an expert who would be able to guide you and who would be able to assess the child from there on. The common signs are basically in the child, which you would be able to notice if there is a child on the spectrum, is their lack of interest in other people, including their parents and caregivers. For them, they're just there, and the next moment they are not there. They're very disconnected individuals. People who live on spectrum, they have difficulty keeping an eye contact. They have challenges in understanding and responding to social cues such as facial expressions, gestures, or tone of voice. They also limit a typical use of gestures like pointing or waving. So the majority of kids or with youth I have so far worked with, they just even their bi is, even when they're 17, 18 years old, it's still this. If they want you to go somewhere, they would be just like pointing to go somewhere and stuff like that. But they do not understand a lot of gestures which you could be making. Let's suppose, if you're showing an angry face to a child, they would understand that, okay, this person is getting angry. This is where they want me to stop. But mostly a kid or a youth or a child who is living on the spectrum, they do not understand that. With ASD, there are communication difficulties as well. Delayed or limited speech development is one of the key aspects. Difficulty initiating or maintaining a conversation. So they start from one where, and then suddenly, their mind is all over the place, and then they're going to move to another topic because in their mind, they're already jumped to a different topic. Repetitive or unusual language patterns. I don't think so. I really have an example for that at this point, but they make a lot of verbal sounds, which I won't be able to make. It's very significant to them. Difficulty with nonverbal communication or body language and facial expressions. That's something which we spoke about before too. A lot of repetitive behaviors. So engaging in repetitive movements or activities like hand flapping or the child would be rocking back and forth continuously, or if I don't know if somebody would recall, we had those fidget spinners. So objects like that, they would keep on spinning those or stuff like that. They are very bound to their routine. So as much as we would keep on doing something the same way, that okay, this is your cue, this is what we're going to do now, so this is what's happening next. As long as you keep the routine going, that's how they like things to be, because again, it's a repetitive behavior. You take out your clothes, you put them in the laundry basket. You take off your clothes, you put them in the laundry basket. You do not mix with take out your clothes, put them back on the hanger, because then the repetition would break and they would not be able to learn anything. Children with the ASD or on the spectrum, they have sensory sensitivities, overreacting or underreacting to sensory stimuli like light, sound, textures, smells. They would either like something or they would not like something. It could be even just the texture of water, how the water feels on their body. So it could either be too much water likeness, or there would be no water likeness. There is no gray areas in between. Difficulty with play and social interactions. They are very into their own world. Limited interest in or difficulty with imaginative or pretended play. Like we would like, oh, this is a doll, we're gonna give doll this something to drink now, or let's play so those kind of imaginary plays. They don't understand the concept that the cup is empty. So how would we able to have tea from an empty cup? They struggle with making friends or engaging in age appropriate play. They don't basically have a concept of this is how old we are, this is how we're supposed to act when we are in a public place, or they would sometimes do things which are not appropriate to be done in a public place. But it is that they don't understand that there is a difference between keeping things different at home and keeping things very different outside the house. So I hope that was a little bit of help, and thank you so much for listening and watching.